Hello, welcome to week 2 of my practice goal for 2024. So I'm just gonna tell you what piece I'll be playing. I'll play a little bit of it. Then I'll go into kind of the practice struggles this week, some of the strategies I used. And then I'd like to take some of the ideas from this classical etude I'm about to play, and then apply them to a praise and worship song. So the song's name, the classical etude I'm playing today, is called Allegretto, and it's number 22, opus 50. It's by Mauro Giuliani. So let's just see what this sounds like. All right, so again, that's called Allegretto, number 22, opus 50 by Mauro Giuliani. I'll work on the accent later. So just a few things. Going through this was actually a little tricky this week. The biggest issue, I would say, is there's some interesting string crosses in my right hand, particularly on some of these arpeggios. For instance, I have to do something like this. Middle finger, index, middle finger, index. Then here I'm really supposed to do middle finger on this third string, index on that second string, and then actually I'm using my ring finger on the first string and the middle string. So it's just this weird, almost backwards kind of thing. So I mean, I just tried experimenting with different fingers in my right hand, what to use, and I felt like that was the best one, but it was kind of tricky. What I do whenever I'm facing a tricky run or anything like that is I kind of isolate that little thing, and I just practice that a lot by itself. So I'll take that run that I just played a second ago, and I'll do that, I don't know, 15, 20 times until I start feeling, okay, I think I got this. And I usually start it slow first, just because it gets a little bit tricky. So like this run, a little tricky. So there's also a couple of different things that I tried if I still struggle with that, is I'd actually change this rhythm a little bit and I would swing it a little bit. So I would do something like this. Just kind of a nice way to kind of trick your mind into thinking about this in a different way. So I would do that a couple times, and sometimes I'd reverse that. Instead of it being long, short, I would be short, long, short, long, short, long. So, and it just kind of gets that really stuck in your head. And then I would go back to my normal thing, you know. And it usually helped quite a bit. And so that's kind of how I worked on this. It was pretty challenging. I don't know if you noticed that I'm only plucking every other string quite a bit, and that's because I'm hammering on or pulling off. Those are called slurs, but the more common name that people know is hammer on, pull off for guitar. So that's mainly what this etude was working on. So I'll leave that there. I'm gonna go ahead and sing a little bit of the song "Take My Life." Came out in 1995. It's oldie but a goodie. Not as old as some songs, but definitely not the newest thing out there. And I'm gonna try to take some of these hammer-on ideas and some of the runs from this particular etude and try to work it in here. So I hope it blesses you. I gotta try this again, sorry. There you go. Holiness, holiness is what I long for. Holiness is what I need. Holiness, holiness is what Righteousness is what I long for. Righteousness is what I need. Righteousness is what you want from me. What you want from me. Yeah, and it's definitely not where I'd like it to be personally, but certainly some different ways about thinking about that song. I've never played that song like that until I thought about using some of these ideas. One thing I'd like to note is it's been my goal to try to grow out the nails on my right hand to use them for the finger picking that I've been doing, and it's actually been a little bit frustrating because this week I keep breaking them, either because I'm used to biting my nails or just because I must have moved something or knocked it a certain way and they're broken. So I had longer nails on these two fingers a few days ago, and it's kind of affecting some of my ideas and the way what I practiced. It was a little bit different than I had to do things a little differently. I had to use the pads of my finger, which gets a slightly different sound. I'll just show you that real quick. So this nail is still here, so I'll do it the normal way with the nail. I'll do it without the nail. Wow. So this is the nail without the nail. It's just a lighter touch to it, and I wanted a little bit more front to the note. So that was a little challenging and frustrating, but this is what I did for practice this week. So I made it through week 2 of my goal. So it's a little trickier than I thought. So hopefully I can do this again for next week, for week 3. And thank you for watching if you're watching, and I hope to continue growing and continue blessing the Lord and anybody else who chooses to listen. So I hope you have a wonderful day.